Hello everybody, checking in from Greece. This is Z3TA. In this lesson we're going to be examining the usage of the 5 most important modules on a synthesizer. The first module we find is the oscillator, or VCO, voltage controlled oscillator. The oscillator creates different sounds based upon different wave shapes, and in this synthesizer we can add up to 6 different wave shapes. All of them can be manipulated separately by adjusting different parameters we have here, like the octave, fine tune, level and phase and different things like that. The first wave shape we have is the sine wave. It looks like this and it sounds like this. A simple sound with no harmonics. A second waveform we have would be the sawtooth. It looks like a sawtooth and it sounds like this. This produces a brilliant sound with harmonics that decrease in amplitude. For this video I'm going to set it 1 octave higher. Another wave shape we have is the square shape. It looks like a square and it sounds like this. It generates a more hollow sound because it's just using the odd frequencies. I'll set this one 1 octave lower. Another wave shape would be the triangle. It looks like a triangle and it sounds like this. This sound is rich in harmonics. I'll set this one 2 octaves lower. Now let's listen to all the wave shapes together. There are also other wave shapes you can work with, like the noise shape, distortion shape, and many others that you can use creatively to create complex sounds. The next component we find is the voltage controlled filter, which is used to shape our sound regarding frequencies. Electronic filters are particularly important in subtractive synthesis, being designed to pass some frequency regions through unattenuated while significantly attenuating others. The low-pass filter is most frequently used, but there are also other filters like band filters, band reject filters, and high-pass filters you can use. Let's listen to a low-pass filter on the sound we have created. Another commonly used parameter is the resonance. The resonance is where the frequencies at the cutoff position are boosted. A boosted resonance along with the filter would sound like this. We can be creative and adjust these parameters separately for each wave shape. After the filter, the sound will go through the envelope modulator and the amp. The envelope modulator will shape the amplitude of the sound over time, and the amplifier will boost that sound. The envelope modulator consists of 4 different parameters: the attack, the decay, the sustain, and the release. In other words, ADSR. Attack is the time the sound takes to go from 0 to its highest level from the moment the key is pressed. Raising the attack time will give us a more fade-in sound, just like this. Decay time is the time it takes a sound to go from its highest level down to sustain level. Here's an example. In this synthesizer, we can adjust both the decay time and the decay level. The next parameter is the sustain. Here we can adjust the sustain level and the sustain time. In simple words, sustain level is the level at which the sound is played while the key is pressed. And our last parameter is the release time. Release time is the time it takes for the sound to go from sustain level to 0 from the moment the key is released. A longer release time will give us a more fading out effect, and a shorter release time will suddenly stop our sound, just like this. The next module is the LFO. The LFO is a low-frequency oscillator. It generates sounds below 20 Hz. That means they are not audible by us. As being an oscillator, it creates sounds from different wave shapes. LFO signals create a periodic control signal or sweep that are often used in vibrato and tremolos and wah-wah effects. By experimenting with these modules and learning how to use them, and by adding more effects like reverbs, delays, choruses and more, we can emulate real instruments, or we can create very, very interesting sounds, just like this.